Hey guys, how is everybody? I'm Dan, I'm one of the team members here at SAPUK. I'm also the Coventry area manager, so if you've got anyone from Coventry, say hey. And yeah, so what I'm going to be doing today is I haven't been on for ages and I wanted to just give everyone like a little bit of an update of what's been going on here at SAPUK, what's going to be going on, what's going to be happening, how we can help you, how you can help us, just basically that kind of thing. I know I've been posting quite a lot though, but obviously with the video front being a bit more communicative, it's been a bit of a downfall because of just how hectic everything's been recently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through SAP UK's 6 to 12 week recovery plan. I want you to know exactly what we're doing, and I want you to know, and if you are struggling today, say hey on our phone lines, on SAPChat phone line, which is 0300 365 or 727, and the easiest way to remember that is 0300 365 days a year or SAP. So the last three letters, the last three digits spell out SAP. 727 spells out SAP. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to run you through fully because obviously this is it's a recovery plan that's been made in-house and it's took a lot of time, and I don't want someone to then go, okay, then we're going to use this recovery plan in a different manner. So I thought, well, we've thought together that if we can run through this recovery plan lightly and just give you an insight into what it is, if you are struggling and you are thinking that it's like a life or death situation and you're on fight or flight, you can call us and have that support that you need. Within the SAP UK community, there's so many volunteers. I completely lost count now. There's not so many at all. I'm not thinking hundreds, but I just haven't kept up to date. We've got a huge support network, so if you come forward to us because you're struggling for whatever reason, whatever's happened, trauma does not happen and then the next day you're okay. Trauma happens and then you get the recovery from the trauma. Then you have to have a certain amount of time that you spend recovering. So within this plan that we've got, if I just try to cut majority, we've got week 1, week 2. Can you see? We've got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Week 5 and week 6. If you can't see this, I'm going to be ridiculous. I've literally just made a video, a very long video, and I went to go and look at it on the laptop, and it was just an absolute diabolical mess. So I've had to do it again. So if you can't see that, I do apologise. I'm not doing it again. So this is the 6 to 12 week recovery plan. You will be working with, there'll be 2 people who work with a single person. There'll be a person in the background, so that'll be the ghost worker, and then there'll be the frontal person who'll be your key worker, if you will. And we'll always say like for instance someone's come forward who's been bereaved frontally from suicide, I'll be the ghost worker for that. I can't be the frontal worker because it's a trigger for me, but I can be the ghost worker because I'm literally the best person to guide someone through that because of how extensive the 4th of September 2016 was for me. I've had a very long recovery journey from that, but I've healed successfully, if you will. I say that like I was healing successfully. It sounds like I'm from a game or something. Anyway, so and then throughout this, so it's a 6 to 12 week recovery plan. We've got a basic 6 weeks that we'll work by. Each person will have a structured 6 to 12 week plan, which is going to be. Now I'm a suicide first aider. I can pass these through. So because we've got the 6 to 12 week recovery plan, when we say 6 as well, the minimum time that you'll spend with the recovery team is 6 weeks. The maximum amount of time, if we are saying 12 weeks, but at the end of the day, if you're still struggling past 12 weeks, you're going to stay within our team and carry on the support with us. So the 6 to 12 weeks is a basic plan, and the extra 6 weeks will be added in with maybe 1 week might need to be stretched up 2 weeks. We've got extra weeks that'll come in if you need it. So say like you are struggling very frontally with suicide bereavement, we'll add in a week it'll be with dealing with suicide bereavement. So each plan is going to be catered to each individual. It's not like it's not a set thing. It's not a set plan that we all have. It's like by this point everyone's going to be okay kind of thing. We know that each person's deals with trauma differently, and each person is so individual, and everyone's mind is completely different. We can't go, that's going to work for you, and you. We're not. It's going to be a very catered, structured plan, because at the end of the day, if you want to place your mental health in our hands, then we are going to do everything in our power to make sure it's a better mental health, because that's exactly what we're here for. So I'm going to, with the extra weeks that are adding in, they're literally going to be catered. And I'll say it again, if you are struggling today and you really need someone to talk to, call 0300 365 0727. One of the trained volunteers will be on the other end waiting for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly run through one of the slides that we have, basic needs. It's so important that you can meet your basic needs. If you can't meet your basic needs, then we need to make sure that you can meet your basic needs. So your basic needs are food, water, shelter, clothing, and sleep. You need to make sure that you have all of these basic needs. If you have mental health issues because you can't sleep, or because you're homeless or something like that, those mental health issues are going to be surrounding those issues, aren't they? The fact that you can't sleep, the fact that you are homeless. So if you come forth to us, we'll figure out and try and get a way to make sure that these needs are being met. Sleep is I always find personally myself, that if I can't sleep, then things don't quite work the way that they should. It's almost like your brain hasn't made that final connection to make it a productive go through day. Oh, when I say go through, I mean like I'm always doing that, trying to add in words that don't make sense, and I'm like, I mean, like, to try and make the day go as smoothly as possible. When you're lacking sleep, you can find things that'll get on your nerves more or something like that. So you're just a little bit more temperamental. So when I was speaking with a friend the other day and was talking about how if you are depressed, you kind of draw everything negative towards you. But when you're not depressed, you don't draw the negative towards you. So for instance, if I was happy, I am happy, sorry, but when I'm in my happy mood or whatever, and I knock a drink over, that'd be fine. Do you know what I mean? Just go and clean it up. It's just one of them. But if you're depressed and you knock a drink over, that's it. The whole world is like, it's surrounding this drink, and it's like effing this, effing that, as if it's gone like this, and you just think, can anything else happen, anything more? And then something else does happen. But then what you've got to think is that when you do have these bad days, you've got to think of your good days as well. These bad things do happen on your good days, you just handle them differently because your mindset's in a different place. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to tell you about this 6 to 12 week recovery plan, because it's all well and good us going, we've got this 6 to 12 week recovery plan, but if you can't physically see what we're actually working with and show you that it's actually, it's a focus, it's a 6 to 12 weeks that you can literally spend with us conversing, just figuring it out. We're not going to leave any person behind. Like when you come through to SAPUK with your mental health, like we're going to literally do our utmost best to get you to the place that you used to be, the person that you used to want to be, because people are lost, and I do understand that currently in this moment that it is, especially with finances, everyone's pretty broke, aren't they? Apart from the government, obviously. Everyone's pretty broke at the minute. So if your finances are a struggle, which a lot of people are struggling with the finances, I do apologise, we can't really help with that. I wish that I could. I wish that we could send people money and stuff like that, but we can't. We really can't. We don't even have any money ourselves, to be honest. But yeah, so with stuff like that that's completely out of our hands, but we can help and guide you to make changes now that are going to benefit your future. So that's all I wanted to say, really, and I hope that this video is okay, because I've just done enough, and well, it is. But yeah, I hope everyone's okay today, and if you're not, say hey, and one of us will get back to you. You can even comment on this video actually, and I'll message you, or if you are in danger, you can ring our helpline, and one of the volunteers is already there waiting. At the end of the day, and I'll always say this, till my literally last breath, it'll be to prevent suicide. And it almost does feel like we were up against a losing battle, just for all the complications that the government put forward with the finances and jobs that are not there. And it's one of them, isn't it? And it's not a losing battle, but if as long as you know that we're there to support you, and it's not just like me and another person, there's a whole family of us at SAPUK now. It's a big family, and we've got that support within us. So if I'm ever upset, I can go to them and they'll help me, and vice versa. It's just how it works. You've got to be there for each other, especially in this day and age. So yeah, if you are struggling, say hey, and someone will get back to you, and I hope you all have a really good day. Peace and love.